Hey there, Becca here from Inside the Square. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to use custom CSS to create a full screen menu in your Squarespace 7.1 website. Now the technique we're going to use today is actually going to enable your mobile menu on your desktop site. So we're going to hide your main navigation, we're going to hide social media links, the button, the cart, anything on your main navigation, and we're going to leave that little hamburger icon or whatever icon you've selected for your mobile menu. When you click on that on the desktop site, your mobile menu will load up and take the entire page. Now, I do want to mention, I also have another code that's going to scoot it over to the side a little bit. So if you only want it to take up, say, 25% of the page or 50% of the page, we can do that as well. I'm going to walk you through the code we're using in today's tutorial and show you exactly how to implement it in my demo site. I also want to mention, one more time, this is for 7.1, the latest version of Squarespace. I have a separate tutorial that will teach you how to do this exact same thing in a Brine Squarespace website built on version 7. Check the description for a link to that video if you're not using the latest version of Squarespace. Okay? Okay, let's hop into my demo site and get started with this one. So here we are in my demo site, and I typed out a little breakdown of the code for you. I wanted to explain the first line of this code. It says, okay, on any screen that's bigger than 950 px or pixels. Now, why did I pick 950? That's a common breakpoint in Squarespace when the mobile menu kicks in. So anything greater than 950 is now going to have the code after that applied to it. Okay, so the first line of this code says, don't display the main navigation or the button or the social media links, or if you have the cart enabled, don't display anything. Those are header actions, and we're saying display none of them. The next line here says display the burger menu instead. Just after that, we're saying make the open menu fully visible on this desktop site. So when it's open, I want to see everything. And then finally, we have one last curly bracket. Super important to have that extra one at the end of our code because it closes this media query. So that way, any other code you put on your site is going to affect all screens, not just screens that are larger than 950. Okay, so I'm actually just going to copy this whole thing right here. This is in the description beneath the video. I'm going to navigate to Design on the left-hand side, and then I'm going to scroll down to Custom CSS at the bottom. This is where we're just going to paste that code. And you'll notice as soon as we pasted it, our entire menu went away, but we have the burger icon there instead. So if I click on that, our mobile menu will open. It'll take up the whole page. Now, let's say you don't want it to take up the whole page. You just want it to take up just a little bit of the desktop. I've got a code for you. We'll scroll down here. If you want it to take up 25% of the desktop, you can change it to with 25% or with 50% or with 10%, whatever you'd like to do. Now with this code, I added one other line. Here I've said take those navigation links and make them smaller, and I'll show you exactly why. I'm going to copy and paste this first part of the code here. We're going to open up that menu again and check it out. That font is so big, it's all scrunched and funky, and it looks, frankly, just terrible. So this second line right here changes the font size and gives it a little bit of padding. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that right there. There we go. That has shrunk those links down so that they're a lot closer to the base font size on my site, and that way you can see every element here from the button and the social links and all that fun stuff. So this value, 1.5 REM, that's 150% of the base font size, and padding, 1 REM, that gives it a little bit of space above and below that's equal to 1 of the base font size for my site, generally about 16 px. In any case, feel free to change those numbers to adjust it so it looks better for you. If you want those links to be a little bit bigger, maybe try 2 REM if you feel like it. Change that to 0.1 instead of 1. You've got all kinds of options there. Feel free to adjust those numbers however you'd like. Now I had one more thing that was hiding on this page that I'd love to show you. I've created some keyframe animations in case you want to change how this menu loads. Now a keyframe is a fairly complicated way to animate something on your Squarespace website using CSS. These keyframes give you the option to change how this menu loads, so it will slide in from the left, slide in from the right, or drop down from the top. Right now, when I click on that menu, you'll see it kind of pulls up a little bit from the bottom. Let's go ahead and add this first one, slide from left. I'll just paste it right here. Again, these codes are in the description below. Now check it out. When we click on that, So I'm going to go ahead and remove our width code so we get that full screen menu again. Let me go ahead and press that button so you can see we're back to full screen. Now let's say you want to add one of these animations so that instead of loading up from the bottom, it slides in from the left. I'm just going to copy this and paste it right here and select save. And now we'll see that menu scoots on in from the left. We've got the same option for sliding in from the right, which I'll paste right here as well. Select save so it applies. When we click on that, it'll slide in from the other side, and then we can also have it drop down from the top. I'm just gonna copy and paste this right here. There we go, select save, and voila, our menu will load from the top and we're good to go. So again, these are keyframe animations. The only thing these affect is how the header loads, and I went ahead and coded those for you. All of these are in the description beneath the video. And that's it for this quick video today. All of the codes I used today are listed in the description below, but I really want to encourage you to play around with them, especially the font size for that sliding in menu there. If you're just using a slightly smaller menu, make sure you adjust the font so that it looks good with the rest of your site styles, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you want to learn more about creating animations with keyframes, that's actually in the 6th module of my signature course on CSS for Squarespace. You can learn more about that at customcodeacademy.com. That's customcodeacademy.com. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have fun with those codes below, and most importantly, have fun with your Squarespace website. Bye for now. If you like this tutorial, you'll love my CSS cheat sheet. With over 30 pages of pro tips and code snippets specific for Squarespace, you can customize your site way beyond your design menu. Download your copy today at insidethesquare.co/CSS. That's insidethesquare.co/CSS.